All right, welcome back to Flack of Socks, the podcast, episode 181. Today on the show, a new White House Twink just dropped. Wait until you see how extreme his political views are. Then we have a caught pedo section, which includes some people coming to the defense of the pedo. Then in Urban Decay, we have a bad gun safety by parents segment that will almost blow your brains out. And last but not least, wait until the very end for Uplifting Gold. This week's Uplifting Gold was sent in by you guys, the show watchers. We're going to extend this segment. It's going to be great. You don't want to miss it. All this and more. It's Flack of Socks, the podcast, episode 181, ranked the best new podcast of all time.
Because words are just words until action actually starts. And actions speak louder than words, but at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do. Very cool.
It's Flack of Socks, the podcast, featuring Richard Rabbit.
All right, one for one on the intro. As always, guys, no ad this week, but we do have an important message for you. We are going to be on vacation this Friday and all next week, and obviously you're going to miss the show. You're going to wish the show was still going. What if I told you it was? Bonusland members, fleckastalks.com members are going to be receiving content during the break that you're not going to want to miss. We have a advice section coming out on Friday. We have a golf special Q&A coming out next week. It's going to be lit. Both segments are right around an hour long each. It's going to be great. Join the Flack of Talks community today. Link is in the description. Here's a little teaser from the golf segment. That's about as far as a golf ball can go. Fleckastalks.com is the website. Make sure you guys sign up today. It's linked in the description and get the 2 hours of exclusive content that we're going to be airing while we're gone. You're not going to miss a beat. All right, let's get into housekeeping. Thank you to Bonusland for sponsoring.
Thank you, Bonusland. Very important.
A lot of good stuff coming for Bonusland members.
Yeah, I actually like the advice section that we did. The very specific advice, not general Q&A stuff.
Yeah.
I think we might need a call-in show. Fleck's Talks viewers call in. That's where I see it evolving if we do more advice. So.
That's where the game is headed. We have a great show today. It's our last show before vacation. It's going to be a longer show than usual because our Uplifting Gold section is going to be extended because we have so many things sent in by you guys.
Yeah.
So, we're going to treat it like a Friday show, a little more casual once we get to the end because it's going to be a long one. But First things first, let's get right into the most important thing on everyone's mind, the new White House Twink.
Yeah, this guy just dropped and he was promoted to Associate Communications Director at the White House. Here he is. He's got some sort of 80s twink thing going on. Collage of pictures of him, and this guy has
Twink collage.
I
might get that framed.
I know, we got to get the libs of TikTok watermark off. Libs, we're trying to get that framed. Come on,
we're trying to frame this twink shit.
He will give you the credit. We're framing it. And so he had some. Not only is he a twink, I mean, the White House, every chance they get. The thing I'm surprised at, we're always begging for new twinks. We're like, when's the next twink going to come? We got that guy on social media last episode who we covered. And I thought it was going to calm down for an election time period. It's June. The debate's next week. You're going to give us ammo? You're going to give us new twink ammo?
Yeah, we're 4 months away from the election. What should we do? It's like, we need more twinks in here. Is that Pete Buttigieg's idea?
Yeah.
We need some new hot ass in here.
Literally. And so every chance they've had to kind of step away or whatever, they instead double down on twinks, which, that's what we expect of them. But this guy, Tyler Cherry, has some crazy tweets, and he's about to be the comms director. Should I read a few of
read
them?
some of the tweets, please.
Police equals slave patrols. Voter ID equals poll taxes. NAACP bombing equals KKK bombings. Apt time to recall that the modern-day police system is a direct evolution of slave patrols and lynch mobs, as well as for queer people of color and the intersectional role that race and sexuality play in police brutality, healthcare, etc., and, of course, he wants to abolish ICE. So no cops, unlimited migrants.
Gay sex parties.
Any police is slavery. So normal guy for this White House. Par for the course.
And it kind of makes... I realized something after seeing this twink and the other twinks that we've seen. You kind of need to be mentally unwell to work in Joe Biden's White House. Because if you're a guy like this, what are your top 3 focuses? gay outfits.
Yeah.
Grinder gay sex.
Your next date, your next suck party.
And then your nails maybe.
Prep, making sure that prep prescription's filled.
Yeah, like and then like after that, and then I have to get some work done.
Oh yeah, career. Oh yeah, I have a career. Ooh, free promotion.
Exactly. Like the bandwidth, 85% of the bandwidth is like all homosexual gay activities.
Constantly horny gay activities.
And then like 5% is like traveling to and from work.
Yeah.
And then 10% is like actually doing your job. So when you're there and you see all these horrible things going on and Joe Biden's messing up, it's like the last thing you get to on your desk at the end of the day because you had all this other gay stuff you had to do first.
Oh yeah, that press briefing. Fuck.
Oh, did Joe Biden fall asleep on stage again?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go on my phone.
I'm just gonna see who's on Grindr right now.
We should make a bet. How long until this guy is on the pedo hunters video?
Ooh,
allegedly.
We're gonna get to that.
All right. Speaking of pedo dems doing LGBT stuff. Alex Rosen.
Allegedly for that last guy.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Alex Rosen, a friend of mine and a great content creator who catches pedophiles trying to chat underage kids and goes and meets them instead of the kid. He caught a Democrat out of Maryland who's in charge of the Democrat LGBT club.
Yeah, the head of the LGBTQ Dems of Maryland going after a 14-year-old.
14-year-old boy. And here's
of course. I thought that was implied.
Here's their conversation.
Anyway, you're the head of the LGBTQ Dems in Maryland. Okay. How long have you been in that position for? Since fall. Okay. Is that like a paid position? Okay. Just more of a volunteer type thing? Is it like a super PAC or something? Or is it just okay. This stuff said here like, you know, I want to rape you. I want to see how much of a faggot you are. What was kind of said about that?
I hope you try to get away once I start fucking you.
Yeah.
I like the fantasy, and he seemed to enjoy it. And I didn't know this person, and I never intended to meet him. What do you think that's a president, though?
So justifying it. He was like explaining why he was sending the pedophile messages to the sting operation.
He was explaining why he's into it.
Yeah.
And then we also have some posts from this guy that he put on social media. Here's him at some sort of pride parade.
I'm Mike Knoppen. I'm the LGBTQ DLC chair for the Maryland Democratic Party, and I'm here in Baltimore for Pride today. I'm proud to be here with my queer community. We celebrate every year our fight for justice and equality, which all started in 1969 at the Stonewall riots. When for the
All right, we don't need a history lesson.
Yeah. We caught you, buddy.
Yeah.
You better get deleting. But average Pride attendee?
Seems like it.
I don't know. I don't want allegedly. Let's just throw that in there, cover ourselves a little bit. But yeah, caught red-handed, and you can find some of the text messages that he sent online. Real disgusting shit. And that was, like we said, for the White House, the new White House Twink. That was probably in between his very important stuff he was doing at the Democrat LGBTQ event.
They take a break from the Democrat work.
Yeah.
To go text minors. We actually have like a whole segment here of pedos that got caught recently. This next one guy gets kind of beat up and then chased in a store.
Yeah, we're including this. I mean, obviously there's been a rise on a lot of like the average YouTuber content creators catching pedos, which I think we talked about on Bonus Land before. A sharp rise. And it's crazy how many they're pulling out of the woodwork. But this one was just kind of a cinematic chase scene, so we had to play it.
Yeah.
You said maybe.
That's not affirmative or disavowed.
You keep fucking pointing that finger at me, child predator, and you're gonna get your shit ringed. Now, maybe isn't a good answer to try to pick up little boys, is it? Is maybe a good answer? We got a child predator trying to take off here.
Oh my God.
Child predator
Look at this run.
down. Child predator in Cohees trying to pick up little kids. Oh, I missed. This man's trying to pick up a little boy on the internet.
Launches him, I know.
Launches him.
There's a child predator in Cohoes, New York.
All right,
Got
so
him.
they caught him, but yeah, that was a real cinematic piece of content right
The
there.
attempted runaway and you're going like that.
Crazy. And imagine being in a store, we got a child predator here, and you're like shopping, you're looking at a price tag. So crazy. But are we going to talk about how many people are doing it? I think we kind of came to the conclusion that it is a net positive. A lot of people are doing it for clout and stuff, and then sometimes they don't even go to law enforcement after the fact.
There's different variations of like people who are doing this. It's either they get caught with people and then they say, all right, we turned everything over to the police and then they got arrested. Like, that's great. some people just take matters into their own hands and just slap the guy up and
shame him
and beat him up a little bit.
Yeah, and you get the stigma. And actually, for the Democrat that started the section with, Alex Rosen tried to turn him back in November, and the police didn't want to do anything with it. Though he admitted to sending D pics, in Maryland, the law states you have to be a cop or a real kid for it to be a charge. So they're kind of in the wrong state to actually get charges there. But sometimes they do get charges. So
very interesting. All right, our last predator gets caught after meeting up in public with the person pretending to be a child, and then a woman comes to defend him.
How's it going, man? So you know why I'm here, obviously, right? This is you, right? So I'm not here to hurt you.
Okay.
I want to have a conversation with you, though. You think we can talk about this?
Yeah, in a civil manner.
Yeah, I haven't yelled at you or anything, right? I mean, you can ask him why he's here if you want to ask.
Oh, I live in the neighborhood and I do a lot of mutual aid for the houseless.
Oh no, he's not houseless. He has plenty of homes.
To make sure that he was not being harassed.
Oh, am I harassing you? You want to tell her why you're here, or you want her just to probably move along? Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Not really, but
do you want him to go away?
Do you want to talk about this? Or?
I do. I want to talk about it.
Right. So.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that the brown person was safe.
Okay.
The brown person is safe.
Yeah, because
the brown person was safe, and it's like a guy confronting a pedophile.
And it's pretty much like the microcosm of what we got going on. So you have like this brown person up to something horribly sinister.
Misbehaving.
Like so bad. And then the white liberal lady who doesn't fully know what's going on sees a confrontation happening between a white person and a brown person and assumes that the white person is in the wrong and the brown person is right because brown is virtuous and just and correct and white is bad and oppressive. So she sees like a heated conversation happening and she says, oh, I was trying to make sure the brown person's okay because the white person might be doing something bad. And in reality, it's like even if you look at statistics for like violent crimes, doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
It's like if anything is going on, it's actually the brown people who are doing more crimes than white people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the opposite of a colorblind or, justice-fueled society. It's just, okay, brown person, gotta help immediately. Yeah. And then also, how about, she says houseless. I work with the houseless. So you change homeless to houseless?
It's more...
How does that even help? So the same logic that changed homeless to houseless is trying to help the brown pedophile. So there you go.
There you go. All right, let's move on. Speaking of...
Dark section, though. Dark section. And we haven't really covered it that much on the show, but this is happening a lot, and people are catching a lot. They're putting up numbers.
And Alex Rosen is a great account to follow. He's linked in the description as well of this video, so make sure you guys go follow him on Twitter and Instagram. He's fantastic. Yeah. All right. Disney is discriminating against white people, believe it or not.
Shocking.
There was an undercover James O'Keefe video that was done, and look what they said.
Certainly, there have been times where, there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but...
How would they say it?
There's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Like straight to you? Or okay.
They'd be very careful how they message that to agents.
There you go, just out in the open. And they said, oh, is it an unspoken, quiet thing? And the guy's like, no, they'll just tell you, we can't hire a white guy.
Yeah, and then this is also good catching them undercover on a fake date, but it's happening everywhere. If you think this is limited to Disney, it's in every corporate, every Fortune 500 company, every institution that is a woke ideological institution. They're all doing that. So it's basically what the Portland women did where I'm just trying to help a brown person, and they hire the brown person instead.
Yeah, exactly. I actually saw a tweet, that was a meme tweet that summed this up. Can you read it?
They're trying to divide us by race.
That's the quote. That's the misconstrued quote.
No, they aren't. They're actually uniting all racial groups in solidarity against whites, while at the same time telling whites they can't unite and that race doesn't matter. So
yeah. That's what's going on.
You can tell that by the verbiage brown people, because that's just anybody who's not exactly white. Mm-hmm. You on a bad day might be brown.
Yeah. Maybe after my vacation.
Yeah, for real.
Start looking a little Saudi.
Yeah. But yeah, so Disney's doing this. We've known they're doing it. They're that type of company. And James O'Keefe was teasing another piece too. Should I play this?
Let this one go.
In an odd twist, you have to be a white Jewish guy to be considered for a C-suite job. More on that next week.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So white people aren't prioritized in general hiring. And then this comes down from the top, which is all the C-suite positions, which means like CEO, CFO, COO. And then for those C-suite positions, you need to be Jewish.
Fascinating.
That's interesting how that works. And then everyone talks about the overrepresentation, but that's kind of how you get there. Yeah. You have to be Jewish to be the CEO or whatever. And then once there's Jewish people in those higher levels, then they continue that cycle. But they kind of look white, so everyone assumes they're white, and then their actions for the company as a white person are to make sure less white men are promoted and hired. So then everyone thinks that there's not a, what's it called, where you prefer your own people. But then that's actually is what's going on. All right, let's move on to our next segment, the Biden-Trump politics section. We have a quick update. Remember that judge who got attacked, that old lady judge who got attacked by that black guy who jumped over the stand to go beat her up?
Yep.
That same judge dismissed a case against Trump electors. Can you read the tweet from Poso?
Yeah, I remember the Las Vegas judge who was attacked by a felon in court a few months ago. She's the same one who just dismissed the charges on the Trump electors case in Nevada. She's had enough of the crap. And
I summed that up pretty good.
Yeah, nice work. And that's the thing. All it is it'll go to appeal, or the state prosecutor's like, we're going to bring this, but there's going to be no movement on it in a timely manner before the next election. So,
yep. All right, let's get to our next update. Remember Meatball, that fat black woman streamer who was looting in Philly, I believe?
Yeah, it was. She was live streaming on Instagram all the looting, encouraging it, just being an absolute pig, and used her own social media. But the headline says, Philadelphia influencer Meatball sentenced to 5 years probation after she live streamed looting mayhem.
5 years of probation, so she didn't really get in trouble. Do you even remember what that was for?
No, and that's the funny thing. It's like, what happened? September 2023, what were they looting over? I don't even know.
I don't even remember what that was for.
But they found an excuse to loot, and I remember what stores they went to.
Yeah.
It was the Nike, it was the shoes, the clothes, all the, bling type shit. So 5 years probation, that's injustice. We have her mugshot, and we're playing some of the looting B-roll, but again, another slap on the wrist.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We got to pick up the pace a little bit. Another update, Snopes did a fact check and is on our side. No, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people.
Published June 20th, 2024.
7 years.
7 years late.
7 years late. They used it in multiple elections.
It was probably in Democrat ads for years.
Joe Biden still says it.
I know. So
neo-Nazis in the Charlottesville,
and all of us, we knew it was a hoax from day one. But isn't that crazy that they came back 7 years later? So they might be trying to curry credibility for something else that they're going to do.
Exactly. They kind of write history. Yeah. Where you look back in 10 years and then it'll be like, oh yeah, Snopes,
they got it right.
They fact checked that fairly. They're a real company.
Yeah. So
okay. Next update: there were some Russian civilians killed by U.S. munitions just a few days ago. Just keep an eye on that. It's kind of developing now. Could be an excuse for World War III.
Okay.
Got to keep an eye on that. World War III is in the cards potentially. So that could be a way to do it. All right, Trump had a sold-out rally a few days ago over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then Harry Sisson.
Harry Sisson, boy.
Sisson.
Yeah.
Doesn't that kind of give away who you're talking to?
They're grooming him to be a White House twink in 2029 or something.
Isn't Sisson like a twink name?
Yeah.
I'm Sisson. It's like, I'm Frank.
Yeah.
I'm Sisson.
I'm Chad. You're Sisson? Okay, nice to meet you. And then he squeezes his hand.
Yeah, and he is a Sisson.
I know.
And then, so can you read what he tweeted and then what the fact checker said?
He said, Trump couldn't fill the venue he was speaking at tonight in Philly. Look at all those empty seats. Turns out people don't want to vote for a convicted felon. MAGA isn't as popular as Trump would like you to believe. And then it says, missing context, total seating capacity of the Leah Chorus Center is 10,000. Floor seating was used for this rally and was at the limit set by the fire department.
Exactly. So once you bring in people on the floor, you have to not bring in people up top. Otherwise, there's too many people. Mm-hmm. So it's middle fill, bottom floor filled, top closed. That's how it works.
Yeah. And you know what? It's just hilarious to me that they would like to hit Trump on attendance. Trump puts up numbers.
Yeah.
Biden can't do anything.
They have those videos of the Trump supporters lining up a day in advance, and then the thing goes for 2 miles.
And they play it at 10x speed, and they go...
and then Harry Sisson...
He can fill a stadium, guys.
And Harry Sison's going to come say, "Oh, Trump's got an attendance problem." Oh, attendance is an important thing.
Okay,
let's start looking at attendance.
Yeah.
All right. AOC had a retard rally. They're going to give Joe Biden whatever she's on.
I know. She was amped up. That was a very weird combination of music playing in the background. She thinks she's like a hip-hop artist or something. Nobody can hear her. The crowd looked grim, too. You know, the people, they're boring people.
Not a good group. And then she was saying we got to fight back. We got to fight to get our country back. From who?
Joe Biden has it. You guys are
You
good.
already have it. You cheated to get it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then also we have to fight back. I was told those were January 6 terms. You can't say that. That's how you started an uprising or whatever.
Crazy.
So she's allowed to, I guess. The most damning part of her event, the worst part of her speech, was when they transitioned her off and brought this other guy.
Jamal Bowman. This was the re-elect Congressman Bowman campaign event, and she stumped for him.
Look at the transition when she gives the mic to him. That's good. You see that leg come up? What a dork.
Not good. Didn't know how to do it.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Never been cool before.
She thought he was going to pick him up.
Not appropriate to touch like that.
Inappropriate, AOC.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Very embarrassing. We have the debate coming up on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's going to be lit. Trump's VP apparently is going to be announced at that debate. Any final guesses?
No.
I think it's either going to be Doug Burgum.
That's who I think it is.
Because I don't know him.
Yeah.
And then maybe Vivek.
Yeah.
Because Vivek kind of falls in line with the All In podcast guys.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Vivek.
So those are my two. And I'm also just hoping it's none of the other people.
Yeah. I'm not that excited about it in general, which is tough.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We keep getting let down. You know? So it's going to be like, oh, I want it to be Tucker or this person or Steve Bannon. Obviously, these are not going to be the people. But then it's like, oh, we can't. It's Mike Pence type.
It's this politician type who's a lifelong guy and he actually talks shit about Trump at some point, you know?
It's Tulsi Gabbard.
Chill.
Great.
Okay.
All right. We'll get him everywhere else, though, right?
Yeah. But big predictions for the debate, what Joe Biden's cocktail is going to be, how brutal the questions will be, and how combative the hosts are going to be. So those are the things to watch, right?
It's going to be lit.
Yeah.
It's our Super Bowl. All right. Let's get to our migrant section. This migrant section is all U.S. migrants, and it's very telling, especially with the Venezuelan stuff.
Yeah.
Let's watch the undercover video from the guy from the Biden administration talking about how bad it is at the border.
There's got to be some things that you're like, man, I wish I could tell the world about this.
Oh, there's a lot of things, but mostly with immigration. I wish people knew that we're letting in criminals daily.
The big issue for the Hill, for our region, is migration. So we poured a lot of money into Central America. Like how much? $4 billion over 4 years. But now migrants are coming from us there. Like Venezuela.
Somos de nacionalidad venezolana. Tenemos vuelo para Nueva York.
Entonces, ¿compraste un vuelo con Spirit?
Sí.
40.
Sí, entramos con la cita de CBP1 por el puente fronterizo.
So what is the end goal? Why are they allowing it?
They want to change the demographics of the United States.
They want to change the demographics of the United States.
Oh, that's just some random guy who works at the
State Department. Let me check his credentials. Oh, fuck.
Is it Alex Jones?
Yeah.
No, it's someone who works at the State Department.
So that's like the same thing with Disney. It's like unspoken. A white guy's not going to get this job. In the State Department, we're trying to flip the demographics of America so that we can just be Democrats forever and never let an election slip away again. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So unelected people are doing that. Great.
Exactly. And then Venezuela, a lot of there's this Venezuelan surge, right?
We've long been talking about how Venezuelans are kind of the worst right now.
They're the worst. They're really criminal based. They're doing a lot of bad things. Apparently in Venezuela, they're emptying some prisons because it's so expensive to house all these criminals. And they're just saying, head north.
Good luck.
And they're coming here. And our next 3 stories or next 2 stories are all Venezuelan migrants.
Yep.
Illegals. Let's go to the first one, the girl that was raped and killed.
4-year-old daughter, Jocelyn, was strangled and her body left in the creek.
It's just like still just doesn't register. Just I can't believe it's her. And, you know, it'll take some sinking in.
In a multi-division operation led by Houston police, 21-year-old Johan Jose Rangel Martinez and 26-year-old Franklin Jose Peña Ramos, both Venezuelan natives, are now charged with capital murder.
Charges been filed.
Illegal immigrants from Venezuela rape and murder a 12-year-old girl and leave her body in the creek, right?
Yeah, and then the news covers it, the Associated Press covers it, and it says 2 men arrested in strangulation of 12-year-old Houston girl. 2 men.
Just 2 men. And then...
Just guys. It's a man problem.
It's a man. I'm choosing the man or the bear. It's, men are horrible. And it's like literal Venezuelan criminals who got here less than 6 months ago. And the article itself actually doesn't even mention, like you click into the article, you go, 2 men. Okay, that's horrible. You click into the article, they specifically don't mention anything about where these guys came from. And we have a quote tweet here just about that. One of the most earth-shattering moments in my own ideological development was when I realized that the media wasn't just biased. It wasn't just part of a set of blind spots in their otherwise good faith reporting. They were deliberately, self-consciously lying. Huge difference. And so the lie by omission, by just not even giving you the pertinent details of the case, it's the same thing we see with like American or urban crime where they say like man in a hoodie, man with 2 suitcases, playing knockout game on New York City subway. It's like, okay, is he going to hold those all day?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be like purposely dense or misleading to not mention the very fresh nationality of these people who were let in under Joe Biden's shitty immigration plan. You
Exactly. And then when it does get spoken about on MSNBC, for example, here's how they talk about it or how they make sure they get it right.
What do you tell the parents of those people, those young girls who were killed? This is absurdity.
The
preponderance of these people, Michael, are male.
But what is the difference between an illegal immigrant who unfortunately engages in that activity?
And we don't like that. I want to be clear. We don't use the term illegal. So undocumented individuals.
Undocumented. So they're worried about the words.
Makes you want to say it.
Yeah. Nobody's trying to solve the problem. They're worried about how you say who these murderers are.
And then the legal term, the constitutional term, the legal term is illegal alien.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, oh, that's not what we call them. That is what they're called. It's not what certain people want them to be called because it's offensive because of white supremacy or something stupid.
Yeah, it's what the PR battle people don't want you to say anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to offend the illegal murderer rapist from Venezuela.
Yeah. Oh, great. Whose side am I on? Oh, defending the illegal murderer rapist. Great.
It's better than Trump or Trump supporters.
That guy's a racist.
At least you're not racist. Then the last story, Venezuelans killed 2 cops?
They shot 2 cops. Here's one of the officers who was discharged and receiving a standing ovation after. But yeah, just average teenage impulse control issue criminal Venezuelans coming to America. And what do? What are their contributions? They work hard? Nah, they shoot a cop. 2 of them.
And abduct kids. All right, well, let's move on to the last page of housekeeping. Make sure you guys use this opportunity to help us tickle the post, juice the algo, leave a like, leave a comment, then leave a comment again, then start yapping. Notifications need to be on. P.O. Box needs to be full. We had a great P.O. Box run a few days ago. Got a lot of good stuff. All right. Well, this is the fun page of housekeeping.
Good, because it got depressing there. When you talk about rape and pedos and all that dark stuff, it's kind of, and we were talking about this earlier this week, it's stuff we have to cover because nobody else does or people don't do it enough, and you're not going to hear about it on the mainstream and then the real truth of it. So it sucks, but that's the life we live, right?
Yep. All right. We're going to change the energy. We're going to change the mood. We're more uplifted and laughing now.
Let me practice.
All right. First, we have an update from the homie 40 Pants. You guys remember 40 Pants?
Yeah, of course.
From a while back.
It's my nigga with all the pants on, though, bro. He walking hella slow. I see you, bro. It's hella hot, though, brother. Bro, I got all the pants on, though. So, my brother, what you want to hold 5, brother? Yeah. I got you. I got you, bro.
That's good. That's what I like to see. He's still doing good. He's still up to the same thing. He's still maintaining his brand.
I know. And this guy called him 30 pants. We originally called him 40 pants. So there's some debate, but it seems like, you know how tree rings exist and tell you how old? It seems like this layer that's like down by his knees, that was kind of like the excessive pairs that he can't. And I think he's probably got 5 or 6 pairs up top.
Yeah.
So this shows how long he's been in these streets with 40 pants.
Well, he's committed.
Yeah.
It's, he's committed to whatever he thought was cool. He could have quit on it. It's easier to wear one pair or shorts, especially in the summer, but he stuck with it.
And it clearly affects his mobility. He can't even do anything. Like this guy handicapped his whole life for the brand. So
someone had to do it.
I know.
That's how you know he cares. All right, Stephen Baldwin. This next clip from Stephen Baldwin, he posted this on social media. The comeback kid, according to conspiracy theorists online, means someone who got cloned and then is reintroduced to society from Hollywood.
This is going to be fun. I mean, talk about your comeback kid. A lot of comebacks happening in Hollywood right now. It's so exciting. All these people who were gone away from Hollywood are now coming back to even greater success than ever before in Hollywood. Guess you could call all those folks comeback kids.
So he's doing cryptic stuff.
Yeah.
And he's also someone who's been kind of alluding to clones and the rings of bad stuff, human trafficking, Epstein stuff. He's kind of been on that. So I think there's maybe some stuff coming to light with some cloning. And then Justin Timberlake, who got arrested last week.
DUI.
And I think he said he had one drink and then he kind of like lost his shit.
Okay.
They could have poisoned him because look at him now. This is his first show since his arrest. That looks like a clone.
That's their take on this. This folder is titled "Body Swappers," and it's like one's mentally ill Stephen Baldwin and Justin Timberlake looking sweaty performing after a DUI. I don't know if you convinced me, but obviously Stephen Baldwin's winking and trying to say something.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he knows that other people don't.
Keep an eye out for it.
All
right. Moving on. Little actual housekeeping here. This Week in Culture. That's going to return the week after July 4th, after the vacation.
Yeah.
So look forward to that. If you're on Instagram and Rumble, we're going to be bringing that back.
It's gone, but not forgotten. It will come back.
It is going to come back, and it is an important segment, and we're going to be doing it all the way through the election and next year, so don't worry.
Cool.
Next, let's show the people showing the fish something.
I think this is the XXL freshman rappers or something.
That's good. I only can dream that a show watcher would catch a fish and show them the show.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I think that's very attainable based on the number of uplifting gold fishing videos we got. I think that's attainable.
My birthday is coming up in August. I don't want anything except that.
Okay.
That's as good as it gets. That's a good bit. All right, let's go on to the Minion post. This is something insightful. Things get stressful sometimes. Society can kind of let you down.
Yeah, you're reading the headlines, you get depressed. You're like, wow, is this really what our country has come to?
There's a lot of ugliness in the world.
There is.
But there's also no reason to get bogged down because...
Stop caring. That's literally all you have to do. Just imagine this white George Floyd minion every time you get mad, sad, anxious, jealous, etc. And there he is.
It helps.
White George Floyd minion. He can't help but laugh.
White George Floyd minion. All right. Our last piece of housekeeping.
Okay.
Our last housekeeping piece before the break. Our Sandwich of Summer announcement.
Wow.
We're going to announce it.
Okay.
Sandwich of Summer and Drink of Summer. Sandwich of Summer is the BLT.
Whoa. Second year in a row?
Second year in a row. And the Drink of Summer is Arnold Palmer.
Wow.
And it's like...
You thought we were going to switch?
Yeah. Why spread yourself so thin? Start a tradition.
Yeah, we didn't, and specifically, we never said that was the Sandwich of Summer 2023. It's just the Sandwich of Summer.
Isn't it so much better if every year all show watchers are just ripping BLTs and eating Arnold Palmers?
I think so.
We want to try something new every year. Do you go to your grandma's house and she makes you Sunday pasta sauce, and then the next week she's going to make you teriyaki chicken.
Hey, Grandma, you got bourbon chicken in there? You got the soy sauce?
You have sloppy joes? Yeah. You have what you have. You make what you make. Your traditions are your traditions. Our tradition here on the show is we eat BLTs and drink Arnold Palmers in the summer.
You always double down on your winners.
Exactly. And we can get diversity of sandwiches in the winter, in the fall, in the spring. We don't need to change up the summer sandwich because it's so perfect.
Yeah.
A BLT and an Arnold Palmer is as summer as it gets. So sorry if you're disappointed. Thank you to all those who submitted their ideas. But we picked the winner, and we're going to do it from here on out. So in 40 years from now, we know what we're going to be eating in the summer.
Smart.
All right, that's the end of housekeeping. We're moving on to Cringe of the Week. All right, our first clip of Cringe of the Week. Matthew Stafford, the quarterback for the
Rams, I think. Lions. Used to be the Lions, now he's with the Rams.
Used to be the Lions, now he's with the Rams. His wife did a podcast talking about how their dating went before they got married when he was in college at Georgia. And here's what she said. She's the blonde one.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Oh, yeah, girl. Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
that'll do it.
He was the bad boy too. Like, Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point, he like waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Stop.
And he was
You're
like,
this is so hot.
I was like, this is amazing. It's working.
Yeah.
I was get out of my car, and he was like, he's not right for you. And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Telling that story 10 years later with no upside.
He provides for her. He has millions of dollars. They have a great house. They have a great life. He worked harder than every other guy in his field and industry for his entire life to get to where he is.
Won a Super Bowl.
She even had brain cancer a few years ago.
He stuck by her.
And he stuck by her, got her through it, got her the medical help she needed so she can get through it. And then you go humiliate him and yourself on some podcast talking about some slut shit. You slept with the backup quarterback to make him jealous. You sold out your body in sex acts to get someone else. So you were involved with someone else sexually you didn't even like just to manipulate the other guy.
On a podcast where only this clip went viral and immediately everyone caused a stir and was like, what? That's a horrible thing to say. 10 years later, take it to your grave type shit.
Yeah, take it to your grave. And even if it's true, just never say it again and never talk about it publicly, because all it does is humiliate yourself and make you look bad, and then your husband makes him look bad. And I think that there's an overall theme here. Like, girls try to play the game to make guys jealous, but they don't really know fully how a guy's brain works. So if you break up with a girl, she might try to make you jealous by like posting a stranger's hand on her thigh in the car like a week later. It's like, oh, does that make you jealous? And it's like, no, it actually proves that I dodged a bullet because you're letting a stranger touch you a week after you were in a relationship.
Yeah, you were crying a week ago, and now you're just back at it? I don't know. That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, you're on a date and a stranger's touching you?
Yeah.
Guess I dodged a bullet.
I get that, and I get what you're saying, but I more disagree with the choice of, like, what's the upside of sharing this story, this gamesmanship story of how I angled my husband in this weird kind of slut way on a podcast for no reason. Don't you have kids? Don't you have children? And I think she tries to be a social media type, like always is filming him, like he's like, filming again, like that type of thing. So
I just used my body on the other guy so he saw and then said, oh, I want that body.
That's true love. That's how love and marriages are formed, right?
Yeah.
So you got to air that out on a podcast.
I think a number one thing, or maybe not the number one, but a very important thing in a marriage is peace at home. And it's like, if that's how you're talking about your spouse on a public platform, I don't know what peace at home situation is there.
Very true.
You know? All right, let's get into some trans shit.
All right.
You like that?
Kind of.
I caught you watching these clips late last night.
Yeah, you know me.
All right, first, let's do the Indian trans.
All right.
This is, you know how there's different iterations of people that you never seen before?
Yeah.
This is one I've never seen. I think there might be some copyright in music, so we have to cut that, but check this out.
Here goes, transition alert, just two bros hanging out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, not two bros anymore.
Wow, love is love, man.
Yeah.
Good for them.
I got nothing to say except this guy, he looks more normal. The left guy, he shouldn't be with the trans man, but I guess
this is passing though too. Like the final result, I would just go, oh yeah, that's just some guy married to some, certain type of Indian woman.
Yeah, they're hairy forearms. I don't know.
And then we have a ritual. We're gonna go speed round through the trans stuff. There's a trans ritual. Like once you hear, cover your kids' ears because if you hear this, it might trigger something in the DNA that makes them trans. Rebuked.
In the name of Jesus, I rebuke it. Wow, it's working.
Rebuked in the name of Jesus. That was close. If you'd listen to that without rebuking, the demon tries to sneak in your ear and goes, "Oh, go in your wife's closet, see if she has any shoes you could try on." Starts there.
But you have to have a lot of atrazine in you already. So that's like the second wave. So that doesn't happen just normally. But
testosterone's got to be low already. Wiz Khalifa, they're trying to make him into a lesbian. I don't know. So he's working out in some sort of tennis outfit, like a woman's tennis dress. That's Wiz Khalifa.
I know. That's crazy. He was popular when we were in college. We listened to Wiz Khalifa all the time.
Now they put him in a dress.
Now he wore that. All you had to do, Wiz, was not wear that. But you did it.
I'm going to throw some shorts on over this. It's like, oh, okay. It's just a long shirt.
Good news is a White House job just opened up.
Yeah.
And you're slotted. So
you're in the Biden
urban outreach. Wear a dress.
You don't have to actually do anything. Yeah. All right, let's last piece of our trans stuff. This dog is shitting on the LGBT crosswalk.
There it goes.
He's got to be put down for that.
Yeah, it's going to the pound.
The owner,
hate crime.
Maybe the owner can go to jail.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. The Venezuelans, let them in. No need to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
This dog's owner.
Oh, the Venezuelan criminals? But they came to a port. They came to they used the app. They did it the right way, so,
they're not Venezuelan criminals. They're Venezuelan law non-abiders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Our next clip of Cringe is a Uber Eats DoorDash type guy, and he picked up an order for $2.30, and there's no tip on it. So let's see who's out there not tipping on a $2 order.
Just accepted this order. The payout is listed at $2.30. Deliveries are just that slow these days that I'm just taking it. Let's just see what type of customer doesn't tip, I guess. Taisha?
Taisha doesn't tip, man.
I'm going to start calling cheap people no tip Taisha.
No tip Taisha. Hey, people who work in the service industry, they're not surprised, right? That's kind of a known thing.
Yeah.
So
everyone knows who tips and who doesn't. Let's go to the Fat Body Beach Day.
Yeah, this was an event by, I don't know, just some fat lesbian they-them type. NYC holds Fat Beach Day to create accepting environment for plus-size community, a space for people to be themselves. And I'm seeing this more. I think this is all AI. Is this all AI that the New York Post is using?
Yeah.
So here's the pictures of the real girl. This is her. Eating Cheetos on the beach.
Eating Cheetos and shit.
Tattooed, real disgusting. And, there's nothing. This makes headlines. I just kind of found some other pieces here.
She also raised money. Yeah, the GoFundMe. Raising funds for a fat black trans disabled friend's housing expenses after an unexpected loss.
Fat black trans disabled. That's a 4-piece. That's a combo.
Yeah, that's a 4-piece combo. And those are actually the same words we'd use to make fun of that person.
I know. That's the best part.
Black trans person disabled.
They do exist.
Oh, man.
And so this kind of sparked a broader conversation between me and Fleckus where we don't really care. Go do your fat pig beach party. You're all disgusting. Have fun. It's like, picking around at the beach, whatever.
Good day to be the hot dog lady.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they flocked. But so basically, the thing is, we've kind of talked about this on the podcast before. The Ozempic stuff, the Ozempic craze, there's no reason to be disgustingly fat anymore. And the people who are on this body positivity kind of like, oh, I'm fat, disabled, queer, whatever, like they don't have to be the fat part anymore. And we're not like promoting Ozempic or anything, but when you're this fat and the choice is kind of gamble on that drug that everybody's had success with, or be this fat, being this fat is way more dangerous.
Yeah.
So it's like not even, it's like, oh, I got to save my life. I got to act fast and save my life.
It's part of their identity now.
I know. And that's why it's shocking to me that they haven't chosen it and they're like, oh, okay, I'm that fat one.
Like same with the gays. Like if you gave a gay a pill and said, hey, this pill will make you not gay, they wouldn't want it.
I know.
Hey, you can take this shot and you won't be fat, you won't be hungry. They don't want it. It's part of their identity. But jokes aside, enough making fun of these fat fucks.
Real pigs. Real pig shit.
Good, they go to the beach and have a day to themselves. I feel like every beach is already full of people like this.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like I'm different. And then also, the progressives are all about the rising tide, the rising
sea levels.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't all the pigs going in the beach at the same time kind of touch the water up?
Doesn't that have an impact? Isn't the volume displacement of all these pigs going to do some ecological damage somewhere?
We're mad about the ice caps.
Yeah.
You got to disavow this.
Last thing, too, before we move on from the Ozempic stuff, I just wanted to make this point. Ozempic in general now, remember back in the day in the 90s, Jared from Subway, who, pedo, or, those famous guys, everybody would lose weight. They'd hold up a big pair of pants to the side. It would be something. How'd you do it? What happened? And Ozempic has completely ruined that. And now people just show up to the red carpet, like down 150 pounds like this with a skinny face.
And they try to pretend they're not.
They're like, that was normal.
Now. Yeah.
That was normal.
Me.
So Ozempic has taken away the pick yourself up by your bootstraps, lost 150 pounds story. Now it's just like, okay, you saw the doctor? So I don't know, another little thing there.
Good point. All right, let's move on to Urban Decay. Our first clip from Urban Decay is the bad parents with the guns. This is a guy with a potato gun. Look at the...
Watch him flag the kid.
Watch him flag the kid. That's why I said in the intro, it'll almost blow your brains out.
He's got a potato to, silence it?
He's loading it like he pulled it back, pulled the hammer back.
That bitch, I ain't slide.
And play it back really quick to where they cross paths, where he flags the kid. The kid's got a gun too, and he flags the dad.
Wow, like father, like son.
So they're both pointing guns at each other by accident.
And then I'm going to fast forward to where he shoots it. Like there's a car driving past.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's shooting into a completely safe area. So overall,
I doubt he's checking the targets.
Yeah. Overall, D-. Actually, F. We have to fail you. That's an automatic fail.
Let's go to the suburban fight. This was a fight that happened just in the neighborhood, it looks like.
Okay, I don't know.
And you got these gay guys filming.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
So we get the idea. I have like a one-off bit for this.
Go ahead.
There is a little bit of a silver lining. At least when the fight's over and they pick up the jewelry and each other's belongings off the ground, you know whose hoop earrings are whose because they have the name. So I found this online. Shatoria's hoops. Shatoria.
Great.
Isn't that pretty solid?
Yeah, decent bit, actually. Not your best. I don't know.
So it's like, oh, those are
Whose
mine.
hoops are they?
This is mine. No, those are mine. Nah, it says Shatoria. All right. Those are yours.
My thing is, I think that would confuse AI. The nice houses in the background and the ratchet fighting and the hair pulling in the street, AI would be like, who made this? This isn't human.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Houses are too nice to be doing shit like that.
Let's go to the porch pirates fighting over someone else's package.
Now to this incredible story. Porch pirates duke it out for a box right after it's delivered, and it is caught on camera. This happened in Sinking Spring Borough, Pennsylvania, while the
The
resident...
guy picks up the thing to hit him with it because he wants to steal it more.
And the other guy pulled out a knife, I think.
Yeah.
And you pull out a knife to steal someone's pool float.
So something's... Well, we've done that bit before, and that's what we said last time when the guy was tailing the FedEx driver immediately. But these people, if there's two of them and they're now competing for resources, they must have found a way to front-run valuable packages or something.
I heard, yeah.
Go ahead.
I heard that people that work at the warehouses tip off their boys for certain packages that are high-value products.
That would make sense to me because I was going to say like maybe they follow the FedEx one day or the FedEx overnight because that van does mostly cell phones or something for replacements. But there's got to be something because to cause a bottleneck at the package stealing site is crazy. Wow. And look at the FedEx guy. He's already off and he sees him coming, but it's not his job. His job's done, you know?
Why don't they just go directly to the FedEx truck?
Yeah, the van. I guess that's a super felony instead of just like a slap on the wrist misdemeanor or something.
It's a super felony instead of a not in trouble felony.
Exactly.
Let's go to the hobos story. This is in California, right?
Yeah, this was a story just on the, anarcho-tyranny, which we're always covering on the podcast. And I thought this was a brilliant illustration by this woman on Twitter named Soledad. She said, I have to pay an annual $265 vehicle registration fee for my 2017 Kia Sportage, small SUV. But oversized RVs have been parked near my home since March 2020 without getting ticketed or towed. None of these RVs have updated tags. Some don't even have license plates. And she posts her, $265 vehicle registration there showing the proof. And then she says, a homeless individual with a fake license plate parked outside my home a few weeks ago. Because they don't have a license plate or VIN, the city says they can't tow it. But I have to pay my $265 annually to register my vehicle in California's two-tiered justice system.
That's what you get.
So a hobo street rat is living outside of her house, and she has to subsidize him by paying all that vehicle fee. And you know what? I guess there's a hustle here. If you have a classic car you don't really want to pay the fees on, just stuff it full of hobo shit and leave it parked out front.
That's a smart idea.
At least use it to your advantage. And kind of like if an officer comes out, throw some dirt on your face, go, hey, officer, down on my luck.
I can't move it.
No ID. And, get away with it. So,
all right. Our last clip of Urban Decay, taking things from the hospital. These people got a big hospital bill. I think it was for $30,000. So they just stole everything in the hospital.
Everything took. Got me fucked up. Body wash took. Lotion took. Towels took. Milk.
It was like gross hospital towels.
This took. Pampers took. Water wipes took. Nipples took. Nose thing took. I don't want that. Nothing. This thing took. Gloves. This took.
Cleared him out.
All right. I think it was a bit towards the end for all the actual machinery he was taking, but
towards the end, everything else got took and was put in his bag. Stealing the hospital towels that get used probably like tons of times by very sick people. You want that in your house?
I wouldn't.
Worn down towels?
Yeah, and I sympathize. $30,000 for a childbirth, I don't want to pay that. And maybe this person would agree with me that we should stop subsidizing illegal immigrant health care in America. Because they go up and say no papers, but they take the care anyway.
It's okay, we'll just charge the next
and
guy
the hospital
$30K.
has to write it off somewhere.
Well, let's not get too down or too depressed. Let's move on to our fan-submitted uplifting gold.
Yeah.
This is all stuff sent in by you guys over the last week. We have fantastic stuff. We have a lot to get through. So we're going to sit back and relax. Some is going to be long. Some is going to be short. If you're kind of done with the show, I'd check out now.
All right. Strong endorsement. All right. Let's start in the kind of shout-out section here. Here's another podcast-watching couple wwho are outside of Flecka.
And then it looks like it has a wooden spoon.
It's an arrow spoon type thing.
And then arrow, Fletcher is an arrow-related thing. And then the wooden spoon, that restaurant was made for me.
All right. We're moving on now to a guy who has been doing this to his customers' floors.
Wow.
At their entryway. Blessing the house. All right, you get the point?
Love it. Very cool.
But then he immediately epoxies over it so he doesn't get caught.
but very well done.
We're part of that house. All right, here's another one.
Podcast, best new podcast of all time.
couple golfing, and they got engaged later that day. Scott and Jessica.
Wow. Congrats, you guys. Thank you for watching, and thank you for submitting that.
Because words are just words until action actually starts.
Here's a shout out from Mexico.
But at the same time, words speak louder than actions because sometimes it's the right thing to do.
Very cool. Wow. Wow.
Live from Mexico. All right, here's another kid riding a tractor.
Say, Fleckus talks. Here, Americana. All right, start it up right here.
Wow. Love it.
Kid drives the tractor. Good stuff. Here's kids watching Fleckus. Shoulder. And I've been seeing some of the clips. It's not meant to show like a funny clip that you found online.
Very cool.
I'm worried some people are showing their kids too much of the show. You're like keeping them away from some of the dirty stuff, right?
Well,
this is an adult show technically, but
technically, yeah.
You know,
I've been trying to clean it up a little bit.
All right, here's indoctrinating our newest, Olivia. Somebody just gave birth, immediately watching the podcast.
Yeah,
thank you.
Cool.
Here's a boating shout out.
This is Henry and the boys. They're out off the coast of Texas for a while off the shore.
Out here in the Gulf. Fleckus Talks, the podcast.
I like those ones, simple and sweet.
We got a henchman maxing.
Henchman baby.
That's Josiah the baby. He turns 1 on June 27th. Happy birthday, buddy.
Fleckus Talks, the best new podcast of all time.
This is in Japan.
Haven't we used this one already?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, in Japan. Good couple there. Here's a kid who's been watching since birth, says the mother who sent this to me.
Wow.
Richard Fleckus, she says. That's Richard Fleckus. And then here's another youngest show watcher. Congratulations on the birth of your child and immediately watching the podcast.
Wow.
It's kind of tough to photograph your wife. Look, she doesn't want to be involved in this.
But you have to do it.
You kind of have to. Let her take the picture next time.
Yep.
We have some Asian misspellings we want to go through really quick. Sorry, we know Apple Pay.
Okay.
Easy one. Peeled almond. And it's almond. This is a good one. Pina colada on the drink menu. Somebody sent this one in. It says blade position adjustments. It's like some sort of tool. And it said instructions. It said Rusin set screw. So another R instead of an S. And then this one is from Only in Dade, the Instagram account. And it says visitor. So maybe some Russian. I don't know if that's Asian. Visitor.
That's pretty good.
All right. So the misspellings are taken care of. Rock kicks. A lot of people sent some rock kicks.
We're going to play them all at the same time, basically. So here they are in the background, and we're going to time them up so they're all saying Fleckus Talks the podcast at the same time. Might be a little overwhelming, but here it goes.
All the way Fleckus Talks the podcast.
Best new podcast.
Hawaii. Very cool.
There you go.
Thank you guys for sending in those rock kicks.
All right. Where else are we going next?
Fleckus license plate. South Dakota. Very cool.
So explain that to me.
No
what happened
crimes.
there?
No crimes. Someone sent it to me and said I got my license plate, made it custom to say Fleckus. That's the second one. There's one in Arizona too.
So they're just repping you. They're repping the podcast.
There's no other Fleckus out there.
Very nice. That's a huge show watcher. Yeah. All right, this is kind of a insult to you, Fleckus, that some people were sending in. Here, after you said nobody knows their great grandma or nobody knows.
Great grandma was the last people that really existed, was my theory.
So here is a show watcher telling their grandmother that they're going to be a great grandmother.
It's a girl. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So now you see why we brought
Beautiful.
you here.
She's 95 years old. And then another person submitted this picture, which is their child, mom number one,
child,
grandma, great grandma, and great great grandma all alive.
Wow.
Just to humiliate you and your.
Well, that's the limit.
I know.
That's the limit. That great grandma. I don't know if she has parents.
Okay, so it ends there. She never had a mom and dad. She spawned like the Terminator from the brink of time.
That's the theory.
All right.
Okay.
So we had to do that.
Then we got some ceramics from Oksana, who is a show watcher and bonus lander, longtime show watcher.
Yep.
Very talented pottery maker as well. Look at these very cool.
I know. Made one for us, me, Fleckus, Chinese Donut Boy. Follow her Instagram. It's o.z.pottery. So
o.z.pottery.
I was thinking it was going to be, a mug or whatever. This was high quality stuff. So thank you very much.
And Chinese Donut Boy's getting stuff too.
I know. Chinese Donut Boy's getting in.
That's good. He's
for
got
him.
like 120-something thousand followers now.
Very good.
He's a real guy.
All right. We're going through, this is the Raised Right Kids section now.
Yes. These are the kids of show watchers who are doing nice Americana things.
Girl on a motorbike.
Skid. A little skid there. Very cool.
Skid stop. We love to see it. Here's a dad fishing with his 2 sons, and his youngest son catches a huge bass. North Zone Outdoors. And here he is, the picture of him holding it up at the end. Nice
Very
bass.
cool. Nice bass. Nice Americana.
All right, here is a kid in a Boy Scout troop that is an all-boys Boy Scout troop. No women are in the Boy Scout troop.
And he's a show watch. His parents are show watchers?
Yeah. All right, that's called 13 Taps. Keep it up, kid. Go all the way. Don't let a girl join. Keep it 100. This one was submitted to me with a story that it was pure Americana. This kid was a pitcher, and he got kind of rocked. He let up a lot of runs. Happens to the best of us. Happened to you, right?
Almost happened to me.
Okay. He got rocked, and then this is his friends comforting him after he got rocked. They come up to him. He's got his head down. It's all right, buddy. You got rocked. Happens to the best of us.
Wow. But that's character building.
Keep your head high. That is character building.
You need to learn to keep your head high. And the only way you learn to keep your head high is to have something that makes you put your head down. And then instead of saying, hey, let's not let anyone put people's heads down for any reason, so let's eliminate anything that could make someone put their head down, you have to experience a loss to realize you have to keep your head high and lose well. So then when you win, you can win easier.
There you go. Absolutely.
Something like that. These kids have their little ATVs. They got stuck.
Yeah, this is a 4 and a 6-year-old. They got the ATV stuck. What are they going to do? The 6-year-old has to lead the way, and they're ramming it. They're doing everything they can to get it out.
The best idea is to ram it out.
Yep. And eventually they flip it all the way over. But, yeah, watching your kids problem solve, pure Americana.
Very Americana.
All right, this one's a good one. Little girl ice fishing with a grilled cheese or some type of sandwich in her mouth. There she is, fish on, tips up. Good technique.
Grilled cheese still in mouth.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom. Little perch, little crappie, whatever it is. Here's another kid with a giant bass, almost as big as his body.
Very cool.
Good work, kid. Here's a little kid saying the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic from which it stands, one nation.
That's good stuff.
Close enough, buddy.
You got
Close
it.
enough
You
at
got
that
it.
age. Here's a 8-year-old, I believe, skeet shooting, and the dad's name is Vinny, and he called the kid Mini Vinny.
Nice.
There you go, Mini Vinny.
That's good, Mini Vinny.
Attaboy. That was a far toss, too. And that gun looks, what is that, 12 gauge?
Look at 12.
Is that a 12 gauge? That didn't look
Might
like
be.
20 to me. So good for him. He'll be good. Here is offensive lineman, 2 brothers. And the older brother's an offensive lineman in high school, I think. And this kid is, the younger one, is about to start in high school, maybe. Here they are deadlifting.
That's great. That's Americana.
Me and Fleckus both had that exact experience.
Older brother
Who is good at football, and then we teach and have high expectations. So
if you're in high school and you're playing offensive line, a little tip I can give you that will set you apart from other players. Obviously, you need to stay low. Obviously, you need to be strong. Hand placement is very important. What they teach us in college, which we didn't really get taught in high school, was head placement.
Yeah.
So if you're on like a zone right or something, and you get your hands in your place and your head on, or your head's on the left side and you're going right, the person can get across your body and now you're kind of holding or like this. But if you get your hands in the right spot, and then if you're zoning right and you're going right, and you put your face on the right with your right hand on the chest of the defensive player, and you're putting your face across them, they can't come across your head as easy. So you got your hands inside, you're locked up, their helmet's here, everyone's trying to run this way, they can't get across you. So your face placement in the chest of the defender is actually a huge deal. So make sure on zone left, you get your face placement left, and then zone right, face placement right, because they can't work across your faces easily.
Yep.
That's something I wish I knew in high school that was like super easy to know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is kind of not a longer clip, but we'll play the game. Guess the show watcher's son.
One of
here.
these two kids is a show watcher. Guess which one?
What do you hope to learn
The
today?
son of a show watcher.
To be famous.
You want to be famous?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because I want to be famous like Taylor Swift and Ice Spice. Yeah.
Why do you want to be famous like them?
I don't know. So I can make money.
Okay, good answer. What about you? You want to be famous?
I mean, it would be nice, but I would just like a job, a wife, a dog.
Guess which one's the son of a show watcher?
I'd say it's an easy guess here. Yeah. Here is a dad who took his daughter out to the gun range. Said she's going to college in California, and he wanted to teach her some base stuff so it doesn't all go downhill. There you go.
Very cool.
Here's a little kid. I like the lessons they're teaching the kids here. Teaching this kid how to split wood. He's got the big metal split in the middle of it. Giant stump.
Wow.
He's grinding. Attaboy. And then here is teaching your son how to shoot a BB gun.
Because I'll bite you.
Get me inside.
Don't you one bit me?
Very cool.
Missed it. Not as good as Mini Vinny, but pure Americana. And I assume you're younger and
You'll
just
work
starting
up
out.
here to Mini Vinny.
Just Mini Vinny. Look up to Mini Vinny. He will show you the way. All right.
Let's keep going.
All right, kids. Hey, a lot of stuff came, guys. We had to cut a lot of stuff. So people went crazy. This section is called the kids' first time section. Daughter's first roller coaster.
You ready, buddy? Here we go. Get your hands up. Get your hands up.
That's nice.
Pure Americana. The nice part about having kids, their first time doing anything is a significant event.
Yeah.
So you get significant events for like 10 years straight. It's pretty good. Here is another kid's first glass of milk.
Yeah.
First time using a glass, I believe.
First time using a glass.
There's your milk. Drink it.
Oh, for what?
You'll learn, kid. Talk to Mini Vinny.
Yeah.
Mini Vinny will show you how to do it. And this is show watcher's daughter's first run scored in T-ball.
Wow.
Did it.
Very cool.
Like she's been there before. All right. We got a show watcher who's surviving cancer a lot longer than expected. This guy was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer in January 2022. We were told to prepare for about 6 to 12 months. June 20th will be 29 months. And your show is the only political show I will watch with him. I mean, the best new podcast of all time. Photo is last week for round 58 of chemo.
Wow.
There he is.
Strong.
It looks pretty good.
That's like a rap boy type.
Yeah, that guy could be in my family.
Yeah, that guy could, exactly. That could be your uncle or something.
Stand tall.
Yes. God bless you.
keep
You're going to be
fighting.
all right. It's going all the way to 0, the cancer.
We didn't actually, they didn't say exactly where we were at in the process, but let's go ahead and beat it.
Still here.
Let's go ahead and beat it. Still here. All right. Accomplishments, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's start off. First home run over the fence for this kid. Son of a show watcher. This was sent in by his dad. Boom.
Whoa.
Launched it.
Home run over the fence.
Love it.
That's a great feeling because when I played baseball, a lot of fields didn't have the fence, and then when you got to the fence, you always wanted to hit it over it.
Yeah, I have the same experience.
And that guy, his dad sent in a couple other videos, some videos of him hitting home runs. We didn't have the time to play them, but I was like clicking the YouTube links, like 1993, my home run against whatever. So we put your kids in. Cool. Glory days, they're back there. Leave them in the past. No big deal. Here's a kid who got 4th in rings in the Texas State Gymnastics competition, who's a show watcher. And he also got 10th in pommel. So we're just going to play the rings because he got his highest one there. Let's see what he does. Up. Does it.
Strong.
And he goes, here's a video of me getting 4th in state in the email. And I'm like, all right, what state? We talking Rhode Island here? Texas.
That's good state.
That's pretty good. That's
good state, it's called.
So congratulations on that. This is actually one that you...
Technique.
Yeah.
This is my technique that I told everyone to do. If you're in baseball up until like 8th grade...
This is old for it, too, I would say.
You can basically just run the whole bases, and there'll be more errors than plays, and you'll get a home run.
So just a grounder?
This should be a single.
Yep.
And then it's like, okay, maybe it's a double. You stole a base. But then, well, what are we going to do? Throw it to third now? Where's the ball? Just run home. What, are they going to throw you out? They're not going to throw you out from left field.
Home run single.
If it's out of the infield, it's a home run. That's the rule.
All right, this video
is a jiu-jitsu wrestling girl?
No, it's a guy.
Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
These are two guys, and then...
You gotta sprawl. Fucking finish him!
Oh, man.
This
Mom.
is Jasmine and Robert. No, they're getting married.
Take him down, Rob.
Okay.
This is Robert and Jasmine. They sent in some other pics.
I like a wife like that.
And this is towards the end. She got a little crazy.
20 seconds! 15 seconds!
Wow, feels good.
So I think he won the tournament, I would say.
Good.
So yeah, congratulations on getting married, Jasmine and Robert. Nice couple. All right, here's one. This is actually one of my favorites. This kid, Christian Leahy, he bowls a 300, his first 300 in a sanctioned event. This is the last frame.
Get there.
Let's go!
I love the celebration.
That feels so good.
Who do you think you are? I am.
And it's so nice that you don't get the yips and then like throw a bad one on the last frame. That's stepping up. That's being an athlete.
Yeah.
That's stepping up to the occasion.
That's
So
handling your business.
you're a winner. There's winners and losers. That kid's a winner. All right, so this next one is a guy in the country with his guns, show watcher.
This is a Mac 11.
Mac 11 and a grenade launcher.
And an RPG.
And a bazooka. Just letting that thing...
I love how quickly he shoots it, too.
It doesn't have much kickback.
Oh, I know. That's shocking. You don't want to be standing behind it, though. Here's one that somebody sent in. They reminded us. This is more a reminder for us. This is a bunch of military guys getting together with their wives, having a little barbecue fire, hangout, whatever. Military's not all twinks.
It's not 82% trans.
There's a lot of good guys in the military, and you got some values to uphold, and you watch this podcast.
Yep.
Here's another show watcher who's pulling honey.
Pulling bees. You got the bees under control. That's important.
You got the little dust. You dust them, they get calm, and you start stealing from them. Yep. Future shout-outs, you have to have the podcast playing in the background.
Or say Fleck Us Talks, like right now.
Yeah, right now. Boom. Then it feels good for us. Yeah. But nice job with those bees.
Bees.
Last clip of this section is a grandma who gets tricked.
I'm afraid it's something nasty.
No, just read the bottle.
I am so fucking stupid.
The sofa.
She goes, I'm afraid it's something nasty. It's like, your instincts are on, Grandma. Don't let them gaslight you. Here's an honorable mention. We're not going to show any of these, but my 2-year-old son wanting to show his grandpa he's running through the sprinklers in Albuquerque. Godspeed to you and your family and your show. 2-year-old daughter developing skills in a very 2-year-old way. Another email. This is my 3-year-old son, Reed, throwing me all this stuff on a parts catalog. And yo, bros, here's some whales we saw fishing last summer. Love the show. Keep it 100.
You guys forgot to include the attachments on those.
That is the no attachment wall of shame. I'm sorry. Those stories sounded cool, but there was no attachment in the email. So better luck next Uplifting Gold submission. Is that it? Do we want to play some of these really young kids? Let's play this one. This is a daughter who got caught eating gum from under the restaurant table.
Hey, where did you get that gum, Margot? From the roof of the table? You mean underneath? Yeah. Did you get it off the ground? No, not off the ground.
Tough lesson to learn. We've all been there, right?
Yep. All right, and that is the end of our fan-submitted Uplifting Gold section.
Sorry,
Very
guys.
cool.
Yeah, good stuff. We had to cut some. Sorry, it's a time. It was our issue. We have a lot of people who submitted, so
our apologies.
Good stuff. We tried to show the true Americana.
Yeah, and we got the message across. Thank you to everyone who submitted. Thank you, guys. It was very cool. Yeah. This was the vision. I wanted to do a fan-submitted Uplifting Gold, and it went perfectly. Very grateful for everyone who sent stuff in. We love you guys. All right, before the show ends, it is our last episode before vacations. We have a lot of shout-outs to get to. Long list. We're going to go fast, but doesn't mean we don't like you. All right. Happy birthday to Joseph Hopkinson, who turned 40 on June 20th.
Happy birthday, Joseph.
He loves the Schizo Corner.
Good.
So he's got a part of the show he likes. Happy birthday to Will Strong on June 18th. He listens while he's working. He owns his own lawnmower company.
Very strong.
Very Americana. And he listens all the time.
There you go.
While he's at work.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to PK, turning 44 on June 21st. Bonus lander. And then he also shares the show with all of his college buddies. I think they're Boston College guys.
Very nice.
So they're constantly sending clips in the show around. So thank you for doing that. It's a great way to share the show. It helps us. Person-to-person references is how we succeed. So
nice job, PK.
Especially Boston College. It's a good school, you know?
I like those guys.
Me too. Happy birthday to Jamie from Scotland on June 23rd. And then his girlfriend Paula got you a bonus land subscription.
Ooh.
Surprise.
I like when we have international viewers.
Yeah,
I kind of like them a little more.
Me too.
Sometimes, because they're harder to get. You guys, you Americans, you understand that, right?
Americans woke. Everyone there is an illegal immigrant or a pedophile, so. All right, happy birthday to John Smiley on June 20th. He turned 38.
Happy birthday, John Smiley.
Thank you, John, for watching. Happy birthday to Matt Carpenter's girlfriend on June 15th. She's been a show watcher since before the show even existed.
And Matt forgot to include her name.
And Matt forgot to include her name, but we're still going to shout her out.
Happy birthday, Matt Carpenter's girlfriend.
Thank you, Matt Carpenter's girlfriend. Happy birthday to Zach, June 23rd. He's a great dad.
Good name, great dad.
Great dad, has 3 kids, soon to be 4 kids. He's a hardworking plumber, and he works really hard so his wife can stay home.
Wow.
And they're looking for a name for their new baby.
Any suggestions? What would
I
you
was
say?
thinking Frank.
Frank, a baby.
A baby named Frank is like, it's a good bit.
Yeah, even if it's a girl.
Frankie.
Ooh.
All right. Happy birthday to Roxy Smith on June 15th. And happy anniversary a few days before that on June 10th.
Double dip.
And congrats on the baby coming in October.
Very nice.
Very exciting. A lot of babies. That's great.
3 things. You got 3 shout outs.
Happy birthday to Lee. We missed it last week, but he and Melissa are huge show watchers, so we're not going to forget you, Lee. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Matt Boak on June 27th. Him and his girlfriend love the show.
There you go.
It's very important. Happy birthday to Jude. He turned 30 on June 15th. Sorry we missed you last week. This is a surprise from your girlfriend, Catherine.
Jude, good name. Catherine, good girlfriend.
Yeah, good couples.
Jude needs a comeback. Jude should come back more.
A lot of couples like the show. Happy birthday to Emily Butler, who turned 32 on June 20th. Bonus Land members, Man on the Street OG fans.
Happy birthday, Emily.
Very nice. Happy birthday to Yeshua. Turns 20 on June 22nd. Love the name.
Happy birthday, Yeshua.
Happy birthday to Thomas Smith on June 15th. Happy birthday to Derek on June 20th. He and Megan watch every week, and we greatly appreciate it.
You skipped over, what's his face? John Smith?
Thomas Smith.
Thomas Smith?
On June 15th.
What, his name was too average? No bits, no banter? All right, run out of steam? Give it your best. Happy birthday,
Send
Thomas
me a DM,
Smith.
Thomas. I'll send you a free T-shirt.
There you go. See that? See how I work for you, Thomas?
Happy birthday to...
There's like 10 Thomas Smiths.
Yeah.
That's a common name.
It's gonna be like, oh, I'll just send out all the T-shirts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have like an inside hookup with the T-shirts where I like go in the closet and like pull one out and send it. I just go on the website and buy a T-shirt and send it to you guys.
And then deduct it from his taxes later.
And I deduct it from my taxes and I get some back in the kickback for the profits or whatever. But, you know, there's not like a very sophisticated operation.
Yeah.
And it just comes out of my bank account.
Oh, you skipped over him, and now you got a free T-shirt coming, Thomas.
Happy birthday to Janae on June 20th. Congrats on being engaged to Jason.
Janae and Jason, you got both names.
That's
JJ.
very good. And last but not least, happy birthday to John Fox, who turned 41 on June 16th. He's a jiu-jitsu guy.
Happy
Very
birthday.
fit. He likes fitness, and he's a big show watcher. He loves the show.
Don't let your wife near him.
Yeah.
No, actually, he's probably married. That's probably...
Don't let
your wife near the jiu-jitsu instructor is the more important lesson.
That's the lesson of the year so far.
Happy birthday, though.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Another Fleckus Talks in the books. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. FleckisTalks.com for Bonus Land. If you're watching at this point, I promise you're going to want to sign up for Bonus Land. We are off on Friday. We are off next Tuesday. We are off the following Friday. But during those days, there will be content. We have a Q&A from the golf course coming next week. And then later this week on Friday, we have a advice section that went really good. They're about an hour each. Great Bonus Land content you can only get on FleckisTalks.com. If you like the show, help support the show, especially coming into the election. It's a very important time. Help us keep the lights on. Please sign up, and we will see you after the vacation. Goodbye. Have fun on your vacation, Fleckus.
Bye.
Enjoy your BLTs and Arnold Palmers. Leave a comment wishing me a happy vacation, please. Goodbye.